Hello everyone, welcome back to Contra Health Scam. So today we're going to talk about Limb Belly Breakthrough by Krahn. Now, is it a legit product or is it a scam? Well, the answer is complicated, so let's find out what I mean. Okay, let's go. So here we are at the website of Limb Belly Breakthrough. So when I reviewed this product for the first time, that was 3 years ago, 2016. This wasn't the website I saw. It was different. It was a different design. There was nothing like Dr. Henrik, MD, Health and stuff like that. And this photo, supposedly of respected naturopathic doctor and MD, Dr. Henrik, did not exist. So before making this video, I decided to find out where they got this photo from. And unfortunately, I discovered that it was a combination of two stock photos. One from shutterstock.com, here the background, and the other from colorbox.com. So this guy, you can buy him for $12.50 from this website. So after seeing this, I got disappointed because I have a history with the author of this program. It was this same problem I had when I made the first review of this product, and actually I called this product a scam because of this Henrik issue and some other issues that you see later on in this video. But later on, he contacted me and we had some meaningful conversation, and at the end of the day, I gave him like 2 years to correct all his mistakes. And 2 years later, and after all the feedback I gathered from his program, I finally came up with a final detailed review of the product. And initially I added his product to my whitelist, but after seeing this update to his website and the fact that he has not made any correction that I recommended that he should do, so I think it's going to cost him in my final review. And now going through the website, you can see that it has past information apart from the video, but we're not going to watch the video, of course. And one of the major reasons why is that this video is 53 minutes long. So actually watching this video is a pain, but we're not going to watch it. Thank God for that, because I actually went through the pain of watching the whole thing and coming out with a review. And if you are not interested in watching the video, there is also a text version that will be shown to you via a pop-up. But when you click on the pop-up, and you can go to the text version of the website, where you will be met with other pop-ups like this $10 voucher and the rest of it. Do the simple 2-minute ritual to lose 1 pound of belly fat every 72 hours, and then the presentation goes on and on and on and on and on. And this is the main testimonial. So we're not really going to scroll down on this because we have a lot of things to talk about this product. So let's head straight to contrahealthscam.com so that we can concentrate on talking about the product over there, because that's a summary of all the things that you have been told in this presentation, which is 53 minutes long. So it's an awfully long presentation. So let's go to the summary of it in my review at contrahealthscam.com. Okay, so here we are at contrahealthscam.com, and what I'm showing you now is the initial review that I wrote prior to making this video, because before I made this video, I made sure I went back to the website to see whether there are any updates or something like that, only for me to find that disappointing update there. So before seeing that disappointing update to the website, look at how the Limb Belly Breakthrough review stood, how it was before then. So as you can see here, Limb Belly Breakthrough by Krahn is not a scam, final review. And from the review summary, you can see that it has a healthy 7.6 all over 10 rating, with other qualifications 6, scientific basis 100 or 10, presentation of the program 7, testimonial 6, and pricing 9 all over 10. And the pros: real qualified author testimonials and not stolen photos, presence of genuine positive testimonials from third-party sources, presence of money-back guarantee based on a solid scientific foundation. And then cons: author does not disclose that Dr. Henrik is a pseudonym. Untrustworthy testimonials, using recycled photos, used different names on the same photos on different websites. And then annoying marketing tactics, use video presentation is too long. So that was how it stood before I went back to the website to see any updates, and after seeing the updates, I've made some necessary changes to my review, and now look at how it is currently. So this is the latest version of this review. Limb belly breakthrough by Krahn is still not a scam, final review, but then the review rating has changed. So from here it was a 7.6 over 10, but because of that horrendous update, now it has gone down to 5.8 over 10. And also it affected almost every review criteria here. Like the auto authenticity qualifications is 5 over 10 as opposed to it being 6 over 10 before the update. The scientific basis of the program also suffered. Now it is a 9 over 10 instead of a 10 over 10. The presentation of the program is now 0 over 10 instead of 7 over 10. And this is the main reason why the guy is doubling down on his scamming marketing tactics. Testimonials still remain the same, and 6 over 10 pricing still remains the same. So the pros and cons also remain the same apart from this latest entry. Author apparently doesn't learn from his mistakes, doubles down by passing a stock photo as that of Dr. Heinrich in website updates. Okay, so and that's not all. That's not the repercussions of this horrendous update. But let's quickly go through this review. It's a pretty detailed and long review, so we're not going to read everything. We're just going to skim through it so that this video can be short. And of course, I'll leave the link to this review in the description below so that later on you can check it out for yourself. Okay, you can still buy the program anyway, but I'm going to be honest about my reviews and I'm going to say it as it is. Okay, so now let's see some of the highlights. It has been over 2 years since I initially reviewed Limb Belly Breakthrough by fitness trainer Krahn. Back in the day, I initially and justifiably called it a scam, but after a defense from Bruce himself and 2 years of gathering feedback from third parties, I decided to look deeper into the program itself to see what it's actually about. And yes, it is not a scam. So in this final review, you're going to find out all you need to know about this product, my encounter with the author, and the reasons why this program is now officially going into my whitelist. Now there is a change here, well, I will show you later on. This review is going to be very factual and comprehensive, so brace yourselves for a good read. Created in February 2016 for people 35 years and older, Bruce claims that Limb Belly Breakthrough helped his 55-year-old father-in-law Dan to suddenly lose 9 pounds of deadly belly fat in just 3 days and under 30 pounds in a month later without surgery or dangerous drugs, just a few days after suffering a heart attack while aboard a plane. Dan's 48-year-old wife Sylvie also supposedly used the program and lost 7 pounds of stubborn belly fat the first 3 days and another 22 pounds 1 month later. Limb Belly Breakthrough, according to Bruce, is a shockingly effective, simple 2-minute ritual that is capable of making you look and feel decades younger. So the backstory is kind of important, so let's read it too. According to the backstory, Bruce's parents-in-law, Dan and Sylvia, who were both suffering from belly fat, diabetes and arthritis, were aboard a plane going to Dan's boyhood home in Europe. That's in quotes. When Dan suffered a heart attack, forcing the pilot to make an emergency landing in Germany, he was then transported to an unnamed German hospital where he met a certain Dr. Heinrich, who gave him a breakthrough new protocol to help him lose his belly fat and save his life. This program, Heinrich claims, has a 100% success rate with his patients. Long story short, Dan and Sylvie return home from Germany. Dan calls Bruce, gives him 2-3 ring binders, each containing 29 pages of easy to follow instructions from Dr. Heinrich, and boom, Limb Belly Breakthrough is born. So that's how Dr. Heinrich comes into the picture. Okay, so which means that this Bruce Krahn and his Limb Belly Breakthrough is not his own. It didn't come from him, it came from this Dr. Heinrich. So basically it's Dr. Heinrich that is the author of this Limb Belly Breakthrough and not Bruce Krahn himself. He just happened to be a son-in-law that was lucky to get hold of the program from his father-in-law. But that's basically it here. But now let's go to see who this Bruce Krahn is. So Bruce Krahn is a Canadian fitness trainer, health speaker, and the author of 3 best-selling books: The Fat Fighter Diet, Trouble Sport Fat Loss, and Trouble Sport Training. According to the information on his website, his books and public speaking has touched the lives of more than 500,000 people from all walks of life. He also claims to have personally trained several celebrities, including Canadian singer Nelly Furtado, American musician Chris Angel, Canadian musician Tom Cochrane, and WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. So bottom line is that Bruce Krahn is just a fitness coach with general fundamental knowledge about health, and so he's not qualified to give instructions on how to use natural remedies to reverse serious medical conditions like heart attack and high blood cholesterol. That explains why Lean Belly Breakthrough, a program that is highly medically oriented, could have only be written using input from a medical professional in Dr. Heinrich. Okay, now to the next important point, scientific basis of Lean Belly Breakthrough. Now, this is another major reason why I initially called this program a scam, and I'm going to explain. So let's read. While explaining the scientific basis behind this product, Bruce claims that the reason why people 35 years and older have issues with belly fat, diabetes, etc. is a hidden internal irritation, and Lean Belly Breakthrough was created to combat this deadly irritation and reverse its detrimental effects in the body. This explanation didn't make any sense to me the first time I reviewed Lean Belly Breakthrough, as he failed to explicitly define what he means by irritation. So I took a screenshot of his explanation, which is below, and concluded that his program is based on nonsense. So look at the screenshot I got. So as you can see, there's everywhere hidden internal irritation, visible irritation, this irritation, internal irritation, deadly irritation. So that was why I asked, what irritation? What is he referring to? So it turns out, however, that Bruce is actually referring to chronic inflammation. During his defense to Contra Health Scam back in 2016, Bruce said he decided to use irritation instead of chronic inflammation because people have heard that a million times before. When this happens, people become blind to the term and don't take action. The program can't help anybody if they don't use it. The use of a different term is so that people will pay attention. Now I see his argument, but the argument doesn't hold any water because we hear other terms often before and it hasn't still stopped people from listening. Okay, so people don't get immune to what they hear all the time, especially when it comes to their health. When it comes to health, it doesn't really matter that much because people will still listen. Okay, and I explained it here. Well, sure, chronic inflammation is a proven cause of weight gain and belly fat in older individuals. Repeating it in his presentation still would have made people pay attention, just as people pay attention when the phrase intermittent fasting or ketosis is used. Actually, I advised him to replace irritation with chronic inflammation, but 2 years later, he still hasn't done it. So I gave you some recommendations on what to do in order to correct his scammy advertising, but he chose not to follow any of them. So, well, that's his choice, but it's going to cost him. Okay, so now the review goes on about how Lean Belly Breakthrough fights chronic inflammation. We're not going to really talk about it much here because it's going to waste our time. You can read this review later on after watching this video. Okay, so I detail everything that you need to know about the program in the review, but we're not going to talk much about it because there are other important things I need to highlight. Okay, so does Lean Belly Breakthrough work? I don't have any reason to doubt that it works. I've checked out the program and I believe it's good enough. Okay, so it's not as if you're going to buy something that is going to be a waste of time, like the scams are usually exposed in this channel and on my website. So buying it is not going to really hurt anything as long as you are going to follow what is written in there. I think you'll be okay. At least this for those is good news for those who have already bought this program. All right, pricing of Lean Belly Breakthrough is just $37, but of course get ready for upsells because almost every program has upsells in it. No big deal, but just be ready for it. Okay, now the pros of Lean Belly Breakthrough, we already talked about it. We're not going to really dwell much on it, but the cons now. I've talked of the Dr. Heinrich issue. Okay, so let me read it. One of my biggest issues with Lean Belly Breakthrough the first time I reviewed it was that my investigation revealed that Dr. Heinrich does not exist. This finding was actually the main reason why I initially called this program a scam. It wasn't until 2 months later that Bruce told me in his defense that Dr. Heinrich is the pseudonym of the real German doctor who treated his parents-in-law Using a pseudonym to sell a health program is a big no-no, and I will never advise anyone to buy or sign up for such programs because of the obvious risks involved. So I advised Bruce to disclose the pseudonym status of the name Dr. Heinrich on his website, but almost 3 years later, he still hasn't made this disclosure. It looks like he doesn't see the importance, or he fears that doing it will damage the reputation of his program. Well, how wrong I was, because today, when I was making this video, 11th June 2019, here is what I found. So I made the update, okay? So it's already not looking good for this program. Second major reason why I called it a scam again back then is untrustworthy testimonials used. In my first review of Limb Belly Breakthrough, I reported that Bruce was recycling testimonial photos from his older product, Trouble Sport Nutrition, and his personal website. But that wasn't the main problem. The main problem was that he used different names on the same photos on those websites. To show you what I mean, here are the screenshots I took back in 2016. So this is what I'm referring to. So this is what he posted in his Limb Belly Breakthrough website. And take a careful look at the names here. So this lady here is supposed to be Rachel from Dallas, and this guy is supposed to be Tim from New York. But then when you look at his personal website, where these photos were published years before Limb Belly Breakthrough was created, you can see that the names are different. Now here, this lady, whose name was supposed to be Rachel from Dallas, according to Limb Belly Breakthrough, is listed as Susan M from Toronto. The same thing with this Tim from New York, right? Here, his name is Tony D from Toronto. So you see the dishonesty here. But let's see what Bruce Krahn had to say about it. During his defense, Bruce admitted that he recycled testimonial photos from Trouble Sport Nutrition because some of the methods described in the TSN program are shared with the Limb Belly program. But he failed to explain the screenshots above, and if you look at the presentation, these particular testimonials are still up almost 3 years later. So not only did he not give any meaningful explanation as to why he had to resort to this obviously dishonest testimonial tactic, but he still hasn't made any corrections to it. It's still up if you go back to this website and look at it. So, which speaks volumes about the character of the person behind this product. Okay. And I don't like dealing with people like this, to be honest with you. And it's frustrating to see when someone knows that he's not doing something properly, and then when he's given a chance to make corrections, he has decided not to do anything about it. And finally, annoying marketing tactic used: video presentation is too long. So according to Bruce's presentation, Limb Belly Breakthrough gives you the exact 2-minute ritual for fixing the hidden cause of your stomach fat and health issues. But the fact is that there is no such ritual in his actual product. It's just a marketing strategy designed to capture your attention and convince you to buy the product. It's all well and good, but many people who will buy this program based on this claim only to find out that the program doesn't even have it will be disappointed and angry. In fact, one of my readers who bought Limb Belly Breakthrough was so pissed over it that he asked for his money back. As far as he was concerned, he was lied to by Bruce's advertising tactic. And then, speaking of marketing, Limb Belly Breakthrough's video presentation is 53 minutes long, which is an awfully long time to spend watching a video advertisement. Just do yourself a favor by reading the text version instead, or you can go ahead and listen to the video while doing some other stuff around the house. So that's it about this program. Okay, and as you can see here, my final conclusion actually changed from a definite yes to yeah, you may try it, you may buy it. And let me show you now. So in my order before the update to this review, look at how my final conclusion looked like. So here you can see in my final conclusion that I said, yes, buy Limb Belly Breakthrough. It is not a scam, and it was whitelisted. But now look at how the tone has changed. Final conclusion, yes, you may buy Limb Belly Breakthrough. No longer whitelisted website, limbbellybreakthrough.com. And I also made this update here, removed due to unrepentant scamming advertising. Okay, so That's basically it about this review. Limb Belly Breakthrough is not a scam, but the owner, person behind it, the author behind it, is an unrepentant scammy advertiser, and it's going to cost him in this review. Even though I'm telling you that you may buy this program, I'm not going to promote it and I'm not going to recommend it. That's basically it about it. If you have any contributions to make, you're free to make that in the comment section below. I'll also leave all the links that I've used in this video in the description below, so you can see for yourself. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.